Good day, my fellow chemistry students. I am Justin Gabriel Legaspi. I'm from the class of grade 12 Kalinga, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to write and name the chemical formula for a ternary compound. But do you know what a ternary compound is? A ternary ionic compound is a three-element ionic compound. This type of compound typically contains one type of cation and one type of anion. It is also crucial to note that the polyatomic ions are the cations, anions, or both. Calcium phosphate, the example given in this video, is defined as a ternary compound that appears as a white amorphous powder. Ternary compounds are made up of a metal and a polyatomic ion. In this tutorial, I'll be using the following example. Let us begin by writing down the chemical formula. Once we have written down the given in order to see the skeletal formula, let us now write the charges. Calcium belongs to the family 2A. It has a charge of positive 2. However, in order to determine the charge of phosphate ion, we should look at the periodic table. Looking at the periodic table, we can see that PO4 has a charge of negative 3. Second, let us cancel the charges so that we can do a crisscross method. As of now, we have Ca raised to 2 plus Po subscript 4 raised to 3. Third, we'll use the crisscross method. Ca's charges will be given to PO4 and PO4's charges will be given to Ca. Take note that when doing the crisscross method, we must use a parenthesis to separate them in order to avoid confusion. So we have Ca subscript 3 plus parenthesis open, Po subscript 4 close parenthesis subscript 2. Now for the final step. Combine these and the answer would be Ca subscript 3 open parenthesis, Po subscript 4 close parenthesis and subscript 2. We should leave the parenthesis alone because the subscript is greater than 1. Now that we're done in writing the chemical formula, let's look at how to name a ternary compound. Ca stands for calcium and Po subscript 4 raised to negative 3 stands for phosphate, as according to the polyatomic ion table. As a result, the chemical formula for this ternary compound is calcium phosphate. When we hear the words bones and teeth, the first thing that comes to our mind is calcium. To be strong, our bones and teeth need calcium. But what if your body is deficient in calcium? Now, let's talk about calcium phosphate's greatest importance. For those people who do not consume calcium throughout their diet, calcium phosphate, which is also known as tricalcium phosphate, serves as a mineral supplement. So this is used to treat calcium deficiency, which can be caused by lack of calcium in the blood, a parathyroid disorder or osteoporosis, and other bone diseases. So, people who have a vegan diet, have lactose intolerance, or are on a long-term corticosteroid treatment, or have IBD or celiac disease, which restricts their bodies from properly absorbing calcium, benefits greatly of calcium phosphate. But how does calcium phosphate function as a supplement? The phosphate ions in calcium phosphate are likely to react with hydrochloric acid in the stomach to neutralize the pH, to support tooth remineralization and bone homeostasis. Calcium phosphate is a source of calcium and phosphate ions in toothpaste and systemic circulation respectively. We are aware that everything in the world, including calcium phosphate, has its own set of benefits. But as with any advantage, there is a disadvantage. You may experience hives, difficulty in breathing, and swelling of your face, lips, tongues, or throat if you take too much calcium phosphate. Stop using calcium phosphate immediately and contact your doctor if you experience severe nausea, vomiting, or constipation, confusion, tiredness, loss of appetite, increased thirst or urination, weight loss, severe pain in your side or lower back, blood in your urine, or painful urination. In other words, anything that is too much is bad. As a result, we must understand when and how to use these supplements properly, and it is also important to take note that they must be taken responsibly, since ignoring their side effects can worsen your condition rather than cure it. Are you still doing well, my fellow chemists? Thank you for joining me in another tutorial video. If there's anything that's unclear to you, feel free to go back and watch the video once more. So once again, I'm Justin Legaspi, and as Manya Jane once said, chemistry is a mystery of chemicals, and chemists are the detectives that solve the mystery.